Grass carp, or more properly, white amur, are found much less often than their common cousins, but are still well worth fishing for, and really the same techniques apply to fishing for both. Although they are found in the same geographic waters around the world, the grass carp is a relatively recent introduction to this country. They were brought from Taiwan in 1963 for experiments in weed control, and since, they've been stocked in golf course ponds, city parks, and neighborhood lakes throughout the U.S. Unfortunately, these fish are unable to breed due to their surroundings and the fact that mostly sterile fish were stocked. The good news is these fish grow large, live long, and can certainly be enticed to eat a fly. The grass carp is definitely a more elegant looking creature than his cousin. He is more oblong and slender, much more of a trouty looking fish for those of you that are into that. His mouth is also classified as terminal subterminal, which means that it is higher on his head than a common carp, which makes him a little more suited for feeding on the surface. The grass carp got his name, as you know, because he loves to feast on moss and vegetation. In fact, we often hear people say that they can't be caught. Well, we're here to tell you that they can be caught on a variety of flies. But that was just the attitude that inspired Jim Andrix to develop his IV fly. You're a big fan of catching grass carp, and over all the years people have told you right to your face that you can't catch grass carp, and I know you go out and do it. Tell us a little bit about that.
You can. In freshly stocked, where there's still plenty of weeds, I tied a fly called an IV fly, imitation vegetation, and it's basically shaggy deer hair clipped flat on top and bottom, and with a little rabbit strip, just a little bit rabbit strip hanging off the back of chartreuse. I do them in little different greens, a little brown, just imitate the vegetation color, and put no floating on it, get it wet before I cast to the carp, set it out in their path that they're heading towards, because they are spookier. They're a very spooky fish. They swim up to it, they'll look at it, sometimes they pass it by, sometimes they'll like dogs sniffing it, and then they'll start chewing on the tail. Yeah. And I've had them actually do that and then leave. Yeah. Other times I've had them take it, and when they take it and you hook a grass carp, they're faster than any common carp. Yeah. They're just
and they also jump a heck of a lot more too.
Yeah. So, and they're strong. Just incredible fish. After they ate all the weeds, there's nothing left for them to eat, so they learn, just like the carp has learned, to adjust, and they'll start feeding on nymphs. And I think with their speed and their terminal mouth, unlike the carp with the subterminal, they would probably chase minnows and feed on those. But they are insect eaters. I mean, so after the bugs or the weeds are gone, fish nymphs.
You know, the equipment needed for carping is really pretty simple, and my favorite are the bass bug type taper lines. My most important piece of gear, though, is my hat and my polarized sunglasses.